HiCon series.
So children, see the next one. So reptiles. So these are also examples for the animals which can reproduce their young babies by laying eggs. So here, reptiles also lays eggs and reproduce their young babies. So what are reptiles? So reptiles are those species of animals which crawl on the ground. So and the examples for some reptiles are, if you take lizard and crocodile, snakes. So children, these are the some examples for the lizard, and also tortoise, turtles. So turtles. So children, these are the examples for the reptiles. So all these animals also lays eggs and they will produce their new babies from the eggs. That means those eggs will reproduce, will give out new babies. So whereas if you take reptiles, that is lizard, crocodile and snake, tortoise, turtles. So first these animals will lay eggs. And children, so generally these reptiles will lay eggs outside the water. That means some of the animals will present in water and some of the animals will present on the land. So generally, all these animals generally lays eggs on the land, whereas the fish and frog lays eggs in the water or our surface of the water, whereas these reptiles generally lays eggs on the land. And these eggs will be hatched out because of the sunlight. So these eggs will be hatched out when we will give warm, or if you keep these eggs warm, so these eggs will be hatched out. How the eggs will be keep warm? So because of sunlight. Since these animals lay eggs on the land, these eggs are exposed to sunlight and these eggs will be keep warm. So because of the warmth of the sunlight, these eggs will be hatched out and the new babies will be come out from these eggs. So children, so this is the process of reproduction of new babies from the eggs of these reptiles. So first these animals lay eggs on the land and these eggs will be keep warm because of the sunlight. So children, these eggs will be kept on the land. So and these are exposed to sunlight and the sunlight will keep the eggs warm. So because of the warmth of the sunlight, so these eggs will be hatched out into new babies. That is in the same way, lizard, crocodile, snakes, tortoise, all these animals will reproduce their young babies with the help of their eggs, and the eggs will be hatched out into new babies. So children, so the next one, we will go to the next type of animals which reproduce their new babies from the eggs are birds. So the next type of animals are birds. So children, birds are also animals. So these birds are also reproduce their young babies by laying eggs like reptiles, fishes and frogs. So what are the examples for birds? So if you take hen, so children, hen, duck. So these are the some examples of the birds. So not only hen, duck, sparrow, and crow, and a parrot, and if you take eagle, vulture, children, so all we have discussed about these type of birds in the previous chapter. So under the category of aerial animals. So these are the aerial animals. That means these animals especially spend most of the time in the air. That means they will spend their time by flying in the air. So that's why these birds can also be called as aerial animals. So these birds can also lay eggs first. So where did we lay eggs? Whereas the fish and the frog lays eggs in the water and the reptiles lays eggs on the land. But where did the birds lay eggs? So these birds lays eggs so in the nest. So in the nest. So what are nest? So generally all the birds most spend that means they will make their home on the branches of the trees. How they will make their home? So they collect the twigs and leaves of the trees and they will form a small house. So that is called a nest. So generally all the birds will lay eggs in their nest. And how the eggs will be keep warm? Whereas in reptiles, they will lay eggs on the land, and because of the sunlight, those eggs will be keep warm and they will be hatched out. So how the eggs of these birds will be keep warm? So children, so listen carefully. These birds will sit on the eggs. So these birds will sit on the eggs. So because of this, so they will keep their eggs warm. So if they sit on the eggs will be keep warm. So after few days, these eggs will be hatched out. That means after few days, the young baby inside the egg will fully develop. That means they completely develop. And after completely developed, the young baby will break the shell of the egg and it come outside. So this is called hatching. So the process of coming out a new baby from the egg is called hatching. So children, so listen carefully how these birds hatch eggs. So first these birds lays eggs in the nest. And these birds will sit on the eggs. These birds will sit on the eggs. So why they sit on the eggs? Because a egg will be hatched out because of the warmth only. That means the eggs will reproduce the young babies if we produce heat. That means if we give warmth to the eggs. So that's why these birds will sit on the eggs and keep the eggs warm. So up to which they will sit on the eggs. So until the small babies present inside the egg will completely develop. So these birds will sit on the eggs. So when the small babies inside the egg completely developed, so then the small babies will break the shell and come out the egg. So this process is called hatching. So what is hatching? So children, hatching means so the process of coming out of a new baby from the eggs is called hatching. So how the eggs will be hatched? If we keep the eggs warm. How the eggs of the birds will keep warm? These eggs will sit on the eggs. That's why the eggs will be keep warm and the small baby present inside the egg will be completely developed because of the warmth given by its mother, and the eggs will be hatched out and new baby will come out from the egg. So children, in this way, so all types of birds will lay eggs and sit on the eggs and produce warm and keep warm their eggs, and after few days the small baby inside the egg will completely develop and it will break the shell of the egg and come outside the egg, and it is called a new baby. So this is called hatching. So children, so let us see how a egg will be converted into a new baby. So what does the egg contains and what materials present inside the egg? So children, do you ever seen the egg? And inside the houses, sometimes you will eat omelets and egg curries made by your mother. So how egg curry and how omelet will be made in the kitchen. So if you observe the egg and if you break the egg, you will observe some sticky liquids. That means some sticky fluids which are present in white color and an yellow color. What are those? So if you break the egg, some sticky liquids will come out. So by using that sticky liquids present in the egg, we will prepare curries and also we will prepare omelets. So what are those called? So let us see the inner structure of the egg. So what are the materials, what are the fluids present inside the egg? So let us see about the egg.
Okay, now past continuous tense. So the name itself explains the thing that we use a past continuous tense when we want to say something that is happening, continuing at a point of time in the past. Okay, if we want to say something that was continuing at a point of time in the past, then we use a past continuous tense. Okay. See, the king climbed the hill when the dragon was sleeping. So here the verb is yes, was sleeping. Huh? Or yeah, climbed also is a verb. Okay, so this is an activity that, for example, at 8 o'clock the dragon started to sleep. It's continuing at 10 o'clock. Okay, it is here at 8:45 or 9 o'clock the king climbed. So at this point of time, yes, this activity was a continuing. Is it? Huh? Yes. So to express an activity that was continuing at a point of time in the past. So when did it start? When did it end? Forget it. At this particular time, when the king was climbing up the mountain, what is happening there? The dragon was sleeping, isn't it? Yes. Okay. So that is past continuous tense, and the structure of a past continuous tense is yes, was or were plus ing form of the verb. Was or were plus ing form of the verb. If it is a singular subject, say the dragon. Huh? The dragon, single dragon. No, it's a singular subject. That is why we used was here. Okay. The soldiers were yes, following the king. The soldiers were following the king. Now, see, soldiers, how many are there? Is it just one person or more than one person? Definitely more than one persons are there, isn't it? Yes, that is why we used were here. Okay, so where is used when the subject is a plural and was is used when the subject is a singular. Okay, so was or were plus ing form of the verb is a structure of a past continuous tense. A past continuous tense is used to express an action that was continuing at a point of time in the past.
And the next type of animals which reproduce their young ones by laying eggs are insects. Up to now we have discussed about different types of animals, that is fish, frog, reptiles and birds. All these animals will reproduce their young babies by laying eggs. And insects are also those animals which lays eggs and reproduce their young babies from the eggs. So generally, what are the examples for insects? We will observe different types of insects in our houses, in our surroundings. Whereas if you take like mosquitoes, so children like mosquitoes, or if you take flies, and also cockroach. So mosquitoes, flies, cockroach, grasshopper. So children, these are the different types of insects. These are the examples for different types of insects. So all the insects, not only this, most of the insects will lay eggs and they will produce their new babies from their eggs. So the lays eggs and the new one which is produced from their eggs is called larva. So children, first these insects lay eggs, and after some days or after few days, these eggs will be hatched out and a new one will come out from the eggs, and that new baby which come out from the eggs is called larva. So larva means a small insect or a baby insect. So children, what is larva? So larva is a small insect or a baby insect is called larva. And after few days, so this larva will grow into a adult one which is called pupa. So children, so larva will be converted into pupa. So after a few days. So what is a pupa? So pupa means it is an adult insect. So pupa is an adult insect. So children, so these are the different stages of insects in their life cycle. So children, generally the insects will lay eggs, and after a few days these eggs will be hatched out into a smaller one, that is a younger one. So that young insects, that is the baby insects, is called a larva, and this larva will be grown into a pupa. So pupa means adult insects is called pupa. So children, generally all the birds will have 3 stages in their life cycles. So how many stages? So children, there will be 3 stages in their life cycle. So all the birds, all the insects will have 3 stages in their life cycle. So whereas if you take cockroach, so children, if you take an example for cockroach, so in the life cycle of cockroach there will also be 3 stages. So what are those 3 stages? The first one is egg. So that is the first one is eggs, and the second one is larva, and the third one is pupa. So these are the 3 stages in their life cycles. So the first, the cockroach will lay eggs. So the cockroach will lay eggs, and the new one, that is a baby cockroach which come outside from the eggs is called nymph. So children, it is called a nymph. So what is a nymph? So a nymph is a small insect, that is a small cockroach, that is a baby cockroach which come outside the eggs is called a nymph. And children, after a few days, so the nymph will shed out its skin. So what is shedding out? So children, what is shedding out? So generally after a few days, so the nymph will form a new layer of skin around its body and leaves its older skin, that is its old skin. So the process of leaving old skin is called shedding. So that's why this nymph will leaves its old skin because it forms a new skin. So the process of leaving older skin is called shedding. So this is called shedding. So children, so after completing these few processes, so that means after a few sheddings, so it will leave its older skin at a particular period of days, and after some days and after a few sheddings, it will converted into a adult cockroach. That is called adult cockroach. So this is the third stage in its life cycle. And this shedding of older skin from its body is called molting. It is called molting. So children, what is molting? So molting means the nymph of a cockroach will leaves its older skin from its, that means it's shedding out its older skin from its body. So that shedding out of its skin from its body is called molting. So after a few sheddings, so the nymph will grows into a adult cockroach. So this is the life cycle. So this is the 3 stages, that is the eggs. So this is the first stage, and this eggs will be converted into a nymph. This is the second stage, and the nymph will grows into a adult cockroach. So this is the third stage in its life cycle. So this is about the different stages in the life cycle of cockroach children. So not only cockroach, so most of the insects will have 3 stages in their life cycles, and most of the insects will give the new babies from the eggs. Children, up to now we have discussed the different types of reproduction. So there are two types of reproduction in animals. First one is some animals directly give birth to new ones. Example, human beings, dogs, dogs, cats, cows, rats, etc. And the second type of reproduction is some animals will lay eggs. Example, birds, fish, frog, reptiles. So all these are example for the animals which reproduce their young babies by laying eggs. So now the next topic in this chapter is parental care. So children, what about parental care? So children, who will take care of you in the house? So from starting your bathing and in your while you are for your dressing while coming to your school, so who will take care about you? So generally your mother and your father will take care of you at your house. So your mother and father, your mother will dress up you, your mother will bath up you, and your mother will feed you. That means your mother will give food and give milk, and your mother will take to your school. So in this way, your parents will take care of about you. So your parents, both mother and father, will give you whatever you want. That means whatever you want. That means whatever you clothes. So whatever want you food. So everyone. That means everyone you want will give your parents. So that is called parental care. So children, so not only human beings, the animals will also take care about their young babies. So they will very take care about their young babies, and they will give a lot of love and protection for their young babies as the human beings. So how they give protection and how they give love about their young babies. So for example, if you take most of the mammals, so already we have discussed about the mammals. So what do the mammals do? So all the mammals, including human beings, all the mammals will take care about their new babies. The highest degree of parental care. That means most of the parental care will be observed in these mammals. So they will take care about their new ones when they are born out. That means after they are born, and they will take care about their new ones till they will get themselves. That means so they will get the capability of living themselves. So all the mammals will take care about their new ones after they are born until they get the capability of living their own selves. That is living themselves. So in the meantime, so these mammals, that means these parents will give food and shelter. So children, these mammals will they will give food and also shelter and also protects their new ones from the enemies. So all these mammals, so not only mammals, all the living things, so will give a lot of protection and a lot of shelter and also gives food for their new ones and also protect their babies from the enemies. So children, if you take birds, so after the hatched out of the eggs, first they will lay eggs, and when the eggs are hatched out, a small birds will be come out, and that small birds does not have the capability of flying. So children, have you ever seen the birds? So they does not fly because their wings are not fully developed. So then their mother and father birds will feed their new birds. That means their young birds. So because these small birds and young birds does not have wings and not developed completely their wings, that's why they does not able to fly and that does not get their food own selves, that is themselves. So that's why their parent birds will feed their new birds, that is young birds, with their noses, with their beaks. Up to now they have to take care. So up to now they are getting the wings and they are getting their food themselves. So in the same way, not only mammals, not only birds, all the insects, all the reptiles and all the birds, all the fishes, frogs, all we have discussed in previous. So they will take a lot of care about their new ones, that is their young babies. So they will give everything they want until they get the capability of living themselves without depending upon others. So when they are in the young ones, so they will depend upon their parents for their food and for their shelter and for their protection for their food. So children, so not only birds, so most of the human beings also give you a lot of care and take care about their new babies. So whereas if we consider in the human beings, so children, the human beings will give a lot of care and they will protect their young babies until they get themselves, until they get the capability of living themselves. So the human beings, if you take human beings, also they will give, that means they will give love and also protection and also food. So everything. So they will give everything for their new babies until they get the capability of living themselves. So children, so this is about parental care. So whereas in some animals, so they does not take care about their young babies, but whereas in most of the animals, in most of the birds, they will take care about their young babies because the young babies are not fully developed in their organs. They cannot get their food themselves and they cannot able to protect from the enemies. They cannot able to get the food themselves. That's why, so their parents, that means their mothers and fathers will take care about their young babies until they get the capability of living themselves and until they get the capability of getting their food themselves. So children, so this is about parental care in the mammals, that means in the animals and in the human beings. So children, so these are the different topics we have discussed in this chapter. So this is the end of this chapter and next chapter will be continued in the next episode.